Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fallen London. We're going to be continuing with the damp martyr exceptional story, and in the last episode the poor inheritrix got killed when she went on a boat raiding expedition, and now we found some land after she inevitably woke up. You sit together without speaking as the ship rocks and the boards creak. You see bloodstains on her pillow. Land ho! The inheritrix stiffens at a shout from above. They're raiding a coastal settlement. I'm not ready for more, she says. I need to think. You point out to the pugnacious inheritrix that while the ship has made landfall, he has options. Once it returns to Z, those options will be drastically reduced. He thinks, then nods, and follows you to the deck. Cold air presses your face. Sure enough, the Samaritan has moored at a small fishing settlement. Its meager buildings blaze with light. The brothers and sisters flood down the gangplank, weapons in hand, screaming with zeal. But the Samaritan has launched a raid against London's coast. You move through the settlement with the pugnacious inheritrix. Alerted by the noise, the villagers stir. One old gentleman opens his door and immediately takes a stick to the face. I bet that hurt. Okay, so we have a few options here. We can fend off the villagers. Strangers are attacking their home. You look like strangers. Valid point. Stride forward boldly. Everyone seems occupied with their own battles. We can move through the shadows. Perhaps you can spare the inheritrix yet another combat. Or we can improvise a bridge. The boats are moored close together. Perhaps you can avoid some of the conflict. We're just gonna put all the boats in a line and then cross them. There is no way I'm not gonna pick that option. You spring from rail to roof as the boats rock beneath you. Your companion follows in a more laboured fashion. The inheritrix freezes after a few steps, unsure. For a moment you think she might turn around and return to the Samaritan, but she takes a few more steps with you. The Circumcellion Brotherhood continues its assault. Okay, what options do we have now? We can slip between two cottages. A shortcut, perhaps. Or we can arrange a distraction. A small fire should draw everybody's attention. That's just evil. Stride forward boldly or move through the shadows. Let's slip between two cottages. It seems like the more interesting option here. The village has grown organically, without the planning committees of London. Two cottages are crammed together in a manner that is definitely a fire risk, but offers a narrow corridor for you and your companion. You bypass some of the fighting. The inheritrix squints at the ground, then bends and picks up an axe. She looks up at you. It's hard to not join in, she says. Every battle feels like a chance at the big prize, and here I am, choosing not to play. Okay, we have the same options again. Let's stride forward boldly this time. You lead the pugnacious inheritrix through the melee. A shovel splits the air inches from your head. Several inches, however. You don't even blink. A young fisherman rushes you from the side, waving a boat hook and shrieking. The inheritrix takes a step back and swings the axe handle into his midriff. He drops immediately, gasping for breath. What? She says. I used the blunt side. Amazing. Okay, since we've done all of the other ones here, let's go for move through the shadows. And we haven't done a range of distraction, but low chance of success because it's evil and my character is not heartless. But let's move through the shadows. Stealth is a little easier when everybody in the area is concentrating either on defending their life or ending it in a spectacular fashion. You avoid the lanterns and dart across the road. The inheritrix looks over her shoulder at the Samaritan. The axe trembles in her hand. "It was my home," she says. "But I suppose, sooner or later, someone will sink it. If not the Navy, the Brotherhood will find a way." Oh, we're still going here, blimey. Let's move forward boldly again, I guess. The shovel splits the air. We've just read this. There we go. You move through the settlement with the pugnacious inheritrix. You reach the fringes of the village. In the distance, are those the lights of London? We can borrow some transport. Not theft, it's borrowing. A cart sits behind a cottage, the horses still hitched. You take the reins. Your companion vaults up beside you. A sister staggers from a nearby lane, bleeding freely from a head wound. She wipes the blood from her eyes and stares at the inheritrix. "You're leaving? You're giving up on salvation?" You flick the horses into life and the wheels begin to turn. The banker's daughter turns to her former shipmate, a deep sadness replacing the characteristic scowl. "If you're quick, you can stand in the road," she says. "We'll run you down." The horses begin to trot. The Circumcellion sister leans against a wall and watches as your cart gathers speed. We're back in Watchmaker's Hill. The pugnacious inheritrix has been withdrawn during the journey, staring into the wilds. The horse is slow on the swampy trail which marks the outskirts of Watchmaker's Hill. She stares at the sleeves on her robe. "I'm not sure I did the right thing," she says. "Have I turned my back on glory? This decision will end the exceptional story? Whoops, well, I didn't plan this very well, did I? This is a very short episode, again. My most sincere apologies. Right, so we have a few options. We can send her back. The horses are still fresh. She can probably reach the Samaritan before it leaves. Well, we're not doing that because they're bloody crazy. We can take her home. You were commissioned to do it. This is how you get paid. Circumcellion insight of 12. You needed 7. Or we can set her up with the Department of Menace Eradication. She needs an outlet for her aggression. She can always meet her mother for a drink in the Medusa's head. Or we can set her up with the church. Perhaps you have the perfect solution. I don't know. I was hired to get her home. But she's not happy at home. One of these choices is sort of the violenter choice, the Department of Menace Eradication, and then the church is kind of the peaceful choice, I feel. Then again, this is Fallen London. The church isn't exactly prim and proper. So, I guess... Should we just be super vanilla and take her home? Let's just take her home. That's what we were paid to do. Oh, but she'll be so mad at me. I also have these insights. Let's do the church. Okay, it's the one that required the most insight, and I bothered to raise it, so let's set her up with the church. The Bishop of Suffolk is intrigued to meet a member of the Circumcellion Brotherhood. He leans close and stares into those surly eyes, bringing his beard within perilous grabbing distance. The verger hovers. You can see the pugnacious inheritrix force herself to stand still. "Spirit," he grunts. "She has spirit." He steps back and raises his guard. "Come on, girl, give me your best shot. Don't be scared. You may never get another chance to punch a bishop." God damn it. The inheritrix frowns and glances at you. The bishop roars at her feints. She reacts with an instinctive counter-punch. Again! She throws another. He deflects each blow, then holds up his hands in surrender, breathing hard. Unskilled, he says. But I relish your commitment. I'll send you to the sisters at Abbey Rock for training. Thereafter, if you want, you can take vows and join my staff. Together we'll thump some devils all the way back to hell. Yes? The corner of her mouth turns up. Yes, she says. And this is the end of Damn Martyrs. Yes, that was what I was hoping was going to happen by sending her to the church. I think that's probably the best case for me there. Okay, we enabled her to take holy vows. And we're done with the Circumcellion Brotherhood for now. And we got a mortification of great power. It is not blackmail material because it's not secret. But you know every vexing detail of the affair. The ability to mention it just when it will have the most effect. And she has resolved her crisis of faith. Well, I'm going to apologise for the fact that that episode was about, I don't know, probably under 10 minutes. But thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. And as always, I'll see you next time.